So just to have a pleasant atmosphere in the house, Matilda used to play pranks at her parents so that they would be, quiet for a couple of weeks and she would enjoy her freedom. All right. Give me 1 second, children. But again, since the natural trait of Matilda's parents were like, shouting and scolding and doing stupid things, after a few weeks, they started behaving the same. All right. So now everyone was quiet at Matilda's place. And that's the reason why it is mentioned here. But alas, this couldn't last. So my question to you is, what couldn't last? Chalo, jaldi batao. What couldn't last? Because Anvika raised her hand pehle. Go ahead, Anvika. And then we will see. And yeah.
Ma'am, the when she played pranks on the parents, they got like quiet for some weeks. That quietness, that silence couldn't last for many much time.
Okay. Samara, do you have anything to add here? Or this was exactly what you wanted to say? Ayush, I will give you a chance after this.
I just wanted to add one more word,
Please.
quietness and happiness.
Okay. Ayush, go ahead.
Ma'am, the last is that her behavior to the behavior is civil to their daughter.
The behavior is civil, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Exactly. So instead of writing the quietness or the happiness, we should say that the civil behavior did not last much longer. It was a very temporary phase for them that they were being kind to their daughter. But alas, this couldn't last because we know from the beginning of the book that Matilda's parents were being unkind to her, isn't it? Yes. And this definitely changed, and they started being kind to Matilda when she played all those pranks, but it did not last. The next flare up came one evening in the sitting room. Now, flare ka matlab kya hai? What do you understand by flare? Vanya, flare. Do you understand something? Anything that comes, crosses your mind? Anything? Flare is fire, and fire is anger, and anger is quarrel, and quarrel is being unkind. All right. So the next flare up came when one evening in the sitting room, while they were like how it all started. Parents must have done something to Matilda. Let's see what happened. Now, what trouble Matilda got into. Let's see. Okay. So Mr. Wormwood, father, had just returned from work, and Matilda and her brother were sitting quietly on the sofa, waiting for their mother to bring in the TV dinners on a tray. Now, I want everyone to focus on this sentence. Matilda and her brother were sitting quietly on the sofa. Now, when we want children to write good sentences, right, we want children to stretch the sentences. So we give them what, when, where, how, etc. This particular line is exactly on the same. Who, if I ask you, who? In your notebook, write who. W-H-O. Okay, hurry up. It's an activity. Now, can you see my screen, everyone? The first question is who? Who wants to answer that? Ayush, if we are focusing on this line, say Matilda and her brother, this whole line, this whole sentence from here till here, who is who? Ayush, hurry up.
Who is the Matilda and her brother?
ठीक है. It is Matilda and her brother, not the Matilda and her brother. All right. Okay. What were they doing? Who wants to answer that? Samaira, go ahead. What were they doing?
They were sitting quietly and waiting for their TV
No, 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 no,
dinners.
no, 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 no. What were they doing? They were sitting quietly. Where were they sitting? On the sofa. Don't you think we are being descriptive about everything? We are adding every information in our sentence. Okay. How were they sitting? How were they sitting? चलो जल्दी बताओ. How were they sitting? Vanya, go ahead. How were they sitting?
They were sitting quietly.
Very good. Now, Vanya, can you tell me quietly and sitting में, sitting is which part of speech?
What is sitting on you?
Is it an action verb? Is it a verb?
Say then.
Both.
And what is quietly? Is it describing? Is it describing verb? It's an.
Yeah.
And what do we call something that describes a verb? I am sure it might have not been introduced to you because you're just in grade 2, all right? But at least you could figure it out that quietly is describing sitting. Samaira, what is quietly?
Ma'am, adjective.
Oh no. Oh no. Anyone else here? Anvika.
Excuse me.
Anvika, go
Ma'am,
ahead.
I think it's abstract noun or a
Oh
verb.
no. Oh
Because quietly
no.
like
Oh no. Oh no.
verb. Abstract noun.
Ayush, give a try. Yes.
Adverb.
Yes. Ayush is right. Quietly is an adverb. I have always told you that most of the time, majority of the times, you will see that if something ends with an ly, it's an adverb. It's an adverb. All right. And it is also describing a verb. And anything that describes a verb is an adverb. An adverb is also something that describes an adjective. Okay. This is how exactly you should read your storybook. Okay. Matilda and her brother were sitting quietly on the sofa, waiting for their mother to bring in the TV dinners on a tray. The television had not been switched on yet. And this is where we will end today's class. And I'm just stopping this and I'll tell you what would be the homework for you. You will have to read chapter number 5. Okay, so even if you don't have the book, I've shared. Okay, Samira has read it already. What do you want to say?
Ma'am, I have read I was on chapter number 9 or 8.
But Samira, are you reading the way I am reading in the class? I ask this question to every child. Are you children reading the way I am teaching in the class? No. So I don't want you to rush. I don't want you to finish the book in, say, 1 week. But I want you to do this activity that even if you have chosen one paragraph, you do it in depth, like how I am teaching you. Okay. Because then over a period of, say, few months, you will be able to interpret all these things. And it is very important. Okay, Samaira. So you read, definitely your reading speed is high. So you will be on chapter number 9 right now. But when you're sitting with mama, even if it is once a week, pick out your favorite paragraph and then you decode it with your mama. Everybody here, Vanya, Anvika, Ayush, whichever is your favorite paragraph, when you are independently reading, You just mark it down कि मम्मी के साथ हम ये साथ में interpret करेंगे. And you don't send me any homework. I just don't see your papers. Whenever you have done this, send a screenshot. Take a screenshot and send it to me that you've underlined the verbs, adverbs, you found a figurative language or a phrasal verb or a difficult word. ठीक है? All right? Yeah, good.
Ma'am, I will decode each page every day with my mama.
That would be wonderful, Anvika, because then it will help you to have amazing understanding over English language and no one would be able to beat you, defeat you. Okay? Please practice this. So see you soon. That is next week. Okay? And then we will
Yes,
see.
ma'am, definitely.
Yeah. So your homework is finished chapter number 5. We will quickly revise and then we will move to chapter number 6. So you have complete freedom to read till chapter number 14, 15, 16, or even finish the book, Ayush. But then you have to do this homework that I have asked you to do. All right? And never watch a movie before. You know, it should always be read the book and then watch a movie. Not the other way around. Okay? So have a good weekend ahead. And yeah, it's just like today is Sunday. And have a good weekday ahead. Okay? Bye.
I'm eagerly waiting to see you again next Sunday.
Yes. I'm so happy that you enjoyed these sessions. Yes, Vanya.
Yeah, ma'am.
All the verbs has ing in it, but why something do not have it, but have it, but it is not a verb.
Yeah, like I have not completely understood your question, but I know what you're trying to say. So correct me if I am wrong. All right, correct me if I am wrong. So as per Vanya, she wants to figure out. Let me clear this. And Vanya, you know, while we were doing the Olympiad class with grade 3, 4, and 5, and we were covering English language then, I had taken this particular doubt with them, and now I want to share the same with you. How can I write? Where is the pencil? Close. Okay, Vanya, yes. Vanya, if there is a word like, say, punish, okay, how will you guess or how can you say that punish is a verb? We know that verb has tenses, past, future, present. So if we have a suffix ed or ing, or if we have a will before the word, right? You getting my point? If we have a will before the word, we will know for sure that this particular word is it's a, fill in the blanks.
Verb.
It's a verb. Correct, absolutely correct. Okay, so can you give me a few examples here? Like, let's see this particular word, addressed. Addressed का होता है कि बताना, बोलना, you know, किसी को. But you don't know if it is a verb or if it is a noun or if it's an adjective. You can quickly see the presence of this suffix that is ed, and you can answer in your school that, ma'am, it is a verb. And just don't say this to your ma'am that, ma'am, it is a verb. Say it is a verb because it has ed attached. Or you can say it even more beautifully that it is a verb because it has a suffix ed. All right, Vanya? Was this your doubt? Was this your doubt? Was
She
this-
actually asked that the word something, it has ing.
No, no, no. Okay. Something is actually a compound word. Okay, Vanya? We have some and thing. So thing may thing, thing, right? It is not a continuous verb here. Thing is a name of an object. Did you get my point here, Vanya? ing is a
When
suffix.
something is not a verb.
The ing is a suffix, but thing, thing, is actually a base word. It together is a word which makes sense. If you remove ing, is anything, Vanya? No. And it cannot be a word. It cannot be a verb. Because ing के पहले कुछ तो होना चाहिए, like smoking or planting or washing or baking. Correct? But thing में, this is actually a part of the spelling and it is not the ing continuous form. All right, Vanya? Did I explain you correctly? Are you convinced with my answer? So if the word is something, which according to me is a noun, what do you think, children? What do you think something is? Which part of speech? Noun, verb, adjective, adverb, क्या होगा? Anvika. Ayush. Something is what, Ayush?
Mom, something is
Which part of speech? I will give you something, okay? You come to my house, I will give you something. So whatever thing I give is an object. It's a name of an object and naming things are noun. So something is a noun. All right? समझ में आया? Did it ring a bell? Did it ring a bell?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any other queries here, Vanya?
No. No.
Okay. All right. Then I will see you next week. Bye-bye. Have a good day. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Pleasure. Bye-bye.
Bye.